Anyways. Sometimes I think people are stupid. And then they get angry because they're telepathetic. Alright. 2020, what a great year for sociologists. That's right. I'm a sociologist. I know, imagine that. I'm like professionally unemployed. Yeah. I'm a sociologist. I spent 7 years and $150,000 getting a master's degree in sociology. Now I know everything there is to know about being an idiot. Yeah, and obviously I did it for 7 years. I just copied everyone's answers. That's the secret of being a sociologist. Ugh. Now I get gigs though, you know? I get gigs as like one of those guys that shows up at pep rallies at high schools. Like I'm a guy that shows up at pep rallies and we do like dancing and stuff. Only it's not like the dance like troupe that like tells you like how to achieve in life. No, I'm like the guy that shows up and tells you about drugs. That's right. I'm the guy that goes to pep rallies and tells all the kids about the evils of drugs. And not in a religious way. No, I just show up in an orange jumpsuit and I tell all these kids I used to do drugs in a hotel room and now I get raped in prison. And I have to be in chains and everything and the vice principal has to lead me around. Yeah, I tell these kids like I'm dangerous because I did a bunch of drugs. Yeah, I say that nitrous oxide kills brain cells that get in the way of your job at a gas station. I tell kids I smoke weed because short-term memory loss keeps you from remembering constant failure. It's true. I tell jokes. You know. Yeah. I think marijuana is a gateway drug because I'm a hack comedian. Thank you. Oh, man. So, they say the early bird gets the worm, but the meth bird stays awake. So, in that scenario, who really gets the worm? No, it's actually the early bird because the meth bird is never hungry. Yeah, the meth bird is never hungry. You know? No one knows where the meth bird gets his worms. Many people think the meth bird gets his worms out of a storage locker. You know? And they think the meth bird steals his worms from other worms. And that's why the meth bird is always so thin. Man. So I do a bunch of drugs, you could tell. I'm just kidding, you know. I do a lot of drugs. Like I've done acid over 300 times. I've done acid over 300 times this year, and it's February.